Hello, everybody! Welcome to Tales from the Table Studios, where you deserve a seat at the table. My name is T.R. Grimm. As always, happy to see here every other Friday for this wonderful game of Sentai Sensibilities of Magic and Mystery. With these fantastic people, I'm going to go ahead and popcorn us off, starting with Kema today.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Dem Kim. I'm like all the other nerds you follow, except I'm going first this time. I am playing Alice Ilima, everybody's favorite Yellow Knight for now. And yeah, popcorn over to X.
Hello, that is I am Xtel. My pronouns are he, him, as are my characters, Jacksathy LaFay. Pause for dramatic effect. And I'm everybody's favorite Purple Ranger / Dragon Man / Crash Out. So yeah, it's here we go. We're passing it over to Kay.
Hi, I'm Kay. I'm playing Coraline Emberton. We're both she, her, and I will pass it on over to Lion.
Hey, y'all, it's Trick Lionheart. Most people call me Lion. I use the he pronouns, and I'm playing Adam Levy, who uses he, they pronouns. And here I am in my comfort spot, going last. We love to see it. And I will send it back to our wonderful tale singer.
So, quick warning for tonight, there are going to be some fairly heavy horror aspects and some theming throughout the game. If you have issues with generalized jump scares, horror in terms of a little bit of the psychological, there are some stuff that will not be. There will not be doppelgangers, there will not be possession, there will not be drownings. But overall, if horror movies in general are not your thing, I would either recommend watching at your own risk, or if you have to skip this one, there's nothing wrong with that. You'll be able to fill in the holes of what happens next time when you feel without this one. We want everyone to be safe. We want everybody to be able to engage with this as they are able to. And without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. And we're going to pick up kind of right where we left off last time, with the four of you having one question mark. You're still alive, the monster isn't, and the people are still there. Mostly. There's a couple people who unfortunately did not survive, but the vast majority of the people who were swallowed by the Hydra seem to be saved. Coraline, you're not down any brothers. It seems that most of the individuals who got swallowed again were able to make it out. There are some of them appear to be more comatose or out of it than others. But I'm going to ask you guys, how hollow does this victory feel for some of you tonight? In this moment?
Well, Coraline got her brother back, and that's all she really cared about at that particular point in time, so she is fine.
Okay. I know that there was a couple of really big swings attempted at the King of the Never Was of the Paradox Court. There were some big swings taken and didn't quite work out.
No, it didn't. But now I have a new person to punch back, so that's exciting.
And all of this had still happened with the last thing Adam hearing about Jax before this all started, that Jax was some sort of hero for killing a member of the peerage in cold blood in their hospital bed. And Jax LaFay is being lauded as a hero of the people for it. And I think that's what we kind of, open up on.
So the first thing Jax is gonna do after all is said and done is go and some of those people are probably dead, but he's still gonna check their like pulse and stuff just to make sure.
So no one that you check is actually dead. There are some people who seem to be maybe brain dead, but their pulse is working. They're breathing on their own, but there's no response. It's almost as if a part of them is still gone.
All right. Adam, you and I'll stay behind and talk to the gods. Coraline and
Ellis.
Ellis, yes, excuse me. You two should get out of here because, don't want questions. Unless you're fine with being known now.
Settling into your new position nicely, then.
Not now, Dom, please. Also, what are you talking about?
What indeed?
Oh. As you wish.
Stay. But my father is acting strangely lately, and I can't be seen as this right now.
Perhaps it is worth noting that you also have some level of explaining to do. And lingering here would not help that.
You can tell. Never mind.
Look after my brother.
Of course.
I exit, and on the way out, I sort of put my hand on Adam's shoulder. Not now, not for judgment. Hold Sir LaFay a little far from thoughts right now. We all need time to settle.
There's the faintest of sort of nods of acknowledgement. And then very quietly, thank you.
And I depart.
And Coraline makes her exit as well.
What the hell happened here?
There was something in the drink.
You drinking it?
No. Thankfully, a lot of us are fine, although Miss Emberton's siblings, brothers, not as much.
Well, at least they're safe. For now, at least. All things considered.
Other one. They knew you.
Yeah.
In a way that did not seem as distantly proper as one would imagine.
If I had to guess, it was Maximo. It's the only person I knew would take a shot at me like that, probably.
And then he took a shot at us both. At least he doesn't hit quite as hard as Benedict.
We'll circle around back to that because I also have questions about that. But Maximoff, he was my kid's grandfather, which I didn't realize until we already had found out that he was working with the Shadow King. But it's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. He's the one who took them from me. So
suddenly it makes much more sense why you were so short and brief on your discussions about your children before now.
I thought they might be dead or too far gone to even be considered alive.
Well, hopefully that is not the case.
They didn't seem too happy to see me. In fact, quite distraught. But we don't have to talk about that now. So, liquid, some sort of substance in the drink. Like, I'm assuming some sort of black, inky ichor.
That's one way of describing it, yeah. It was like what you remember is a thick, black, shadowy-like substance, which isn't dissimilar from how Jax describes it.
It's a pretty common thing the Shadow King uses, although I thought we dealt with the Shadow King back then, so I guess there's a new one in town. All right. We're just going to have to explain to the gods and stuff all that went down here. And make sure some of these people get some medical attention.
Has it ever been like this before?
I mean, honestly, this ain't the worst it's ever been, but definitely not good. Definitely not good. I wonder why. Maximum always seemed, I don't know.
Always seemed what?
Seemed like he more or less was his own. I don't know if he's taken up the mantle or if he's still working for him. Why is he? Why are my kids back in town? I should have known. He took them. I should have known he'd be back. Maximo is a powerful opponent. He's lived for a long time, and he's not one to be trifled with, as you saw. So we'll have to tread carefully with that one.
Understood.
What are you thinking?
Well, if he's been around for so long, perhaps it's worth having a conversation with someone else who's been around for a while. See if they might be able to offer some kind of insider understanding. Once Kosh is done being fixed.
Yeah. I might have.
We're going to take a moment on that pause right as the doors are getting ready to open and the guards come in to check in on our other two knights before returning to the two of you. We'll start with Coraline. I think that all of you at this point do again remember that you have your keys, which allow you to, through a roundabout way, get you where you need to be fairly quickly. Sometimes too quickly, depending on how you would use them. But Coraline, as smart as you are, I'm pretty sure you would understand how to use the keys to your best benefit. Similar for Ellis, of course, as well. So you are able to return safely to your home, probably in time to match with or right after. Because it was Benedict. No, it was not Benedict who was caught. Benedict did not get caught up in the Hydra incident. Or was it Benedict? Hold on.
Daniel got left to get the guard, and Benedict got caught up.
So Nathaniel will be with the guard. So you would be able to make it home in a time that would make sense from Nathaniel's perspective. For if you were still desiring to head home and not go somewhere else first.
Yeah, she's gonna head home and try to cut off Daniel before he can speak to, either parent or anything like that.
I think you're able to time it, and you're able to meet up with him right when you're trying to for that pretty easily. Sister.
Daniel.
Is the guards were coming. Is Benedict okay?
Yes.
Okay. I was hoping that I'd be able to catch you at home or before you got home as well. I'm worried about you going home.
I'm sorry, one more time?
I'm worried about you going home with Father being how he is.
I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I can't not go home.
I think, if I remember correctly, Mama's has cousins who are in town from abroad. I think I remember her talking to father about that a couple of days ago. It might be worth speaking to mother to see if they would if they need a more permanent guide until whatever this is with father might roll over.
Is that serious? I thought I had till the end of the season at least.
And a week ago, there was no expectation at all.
True.
Just something that I would not speak on your behalf, but something that I recommend you speak to mother about.
It's a good idea. Thank you.
I'm happy Benedict's okay. You see him kind of motion for you to like straighten your dress and your dress out just a little bit. You seem to be a little bit mussed
Disheveled.
and a little overly disheveled. We wouldn't wish father to see you in this state right now.
Yes.
You see him kind of stand up, turning his back to give you a bit of propriety, making sure no one else is able to see you as you adjust and straighten yourself out for a moment. All right, ready?
Yes. Daniel,
Yes.
please don't mention that I sent you off and stayed behind.
I never left your side. What are you talking about?
You're easily the best brother I could have.
The competition is not as firm as it once could have been, given another time, he said with a smile. As he leads the two of you into the house, your father seems to be out. Your mother seeming relaxed for the first time in a very long time. At a counter, she sees the two of you and she goes, "Oh, I heard that there was an event over at the ball. You, the two of you, are you? Where's Benedict?"
Benedict was caught up in several things, but I believe he's safe now.
Okay, I will wait for news. The two of you, you see that she already has a decanter out as well as small drinks for the both of you. There are some light refreshments out. Eat, recover yourselves, compose yourselves. Your father is out at the moment, and I do not know when he shall return, but my recommendation for you, both of you, to be away when he does.
Have you found anything out about this sudden change?
It's something to do with this new group that he's fallen in with. We've never done poorly for money, but your father is a shrewd operator of businesses behind the scenes. Apparently, there was an opportunity that a member of his block recommended to him that he go to a meeting for a private club of sorts, and it started as small things, but very rapidly we are now in this position that we are in.
I see. Concerning.
Quite. I am hoping that whatever this is blows over sooner rather than later. This is not your father. This is not the man whom I married. That is for sure.
Daniel was telling me that some of our cousins are in town.
Why, yes, there are cousins in town. In fact, I don't know if you remember Lorelai and Paolo. They're from uh, Greece through one of my own cousins. They are here for the rest of the season. Maybe you see her kind of clicking, her wheels kind of clicking and catching on. Uh, why don't I send you in a letter of recommendation, and maybe it would be possible for, with them being new to the city and around your age, it wouldn't be the worst idea for them to have someone to chaperone and be around them for a while until they can get their bearings, as it were.
Yes, we were thinking the same.
I believe it's a great idea. Let me go to my desk and I will figure out where they're staying and how to get you over to them as quickly as we can. Um, Daniel, would you go ahead and get the carriage ready? And he just nods, and you see him kind of go to the stables. You can hear him rousing even through the door's not even closed by the time he gets over to the stable. And she just motions for you to take a drink and refresh yourself for a moment. And we're going to from there shift over to Ellis. And where is Ellis heading in this moment?
After exiting the venue, Ellis has begun taking off his sash and the more flashy military esque clothing they wear, and have sort of folded up into a bundle. Now, only thing that's left is a plain shirt that you would see, common.
Right.
I've Ellis has taken station right outside the venue, sort of observing, but not staying in one spot for too long, as to remain inconspicuous.
Okay. No, quite easy for you to do. You see the constabulary pull up in mass as you see a very short woman stepping out of one of the armored carriages, adjusting her hat as she takes her large, what would be in the future known as a Churchill cut cigar. It's not known as that yet. Um, Between her teeth, lights it by kind of like clicking her thumbs together, her thumb against, starts puffing it up. She takes a puff. As Olivier Dumont, the commissioner in chief of the constabulary, makes her way inside, opening the door to see uh, Jax, who is suddenly much less talkative than he usually is, and Adam Levy, or she would see the Purple Knight and the Red Knight of these individuals. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm surprised to see you here.
Why is that?
Well, so far for interactions of yours that I've known about, you are not ones to remain on the scene overly long afterwards.
Well, the focus is meant to be more on the issue than on our resolution of it. Of course.
She looks down at the um rapidly deteriorating body of the Hydra who that was condensed down to the shape of an individual. Well, there was talk of a monster, and I see that, no, very quickly there won't be one. And you see her reach over, lean over her shoulder, calling out, and you see what seems to be like a specialized team come in, um, using some highly modified version of a flash camera to very quickly get evidence of how this thing is deteriorating. They are taking samples that are being mixed with some sort of solution that seems to halt this degradation process. Well, since we can get you on record finally for a report, uh, Red Knight, I am not as bold enough to assume, but I am confidently sure who you are underneath there. But as I do not have the proof, I will allow you to remain your anonymity if you so desire.
Fully demorphs. For the sake of simplicity.
For the sake of simplicity, Mr. Levy, and there's a sound in her ear as she looks over at you. I apologize, Count Levy.
I would ask that you continue that statement quickly.
I have just, you see her kind of touching, whereas you see there's like a rune behind her ear used for rapid communication. I just got notice that your family's home was attacked during the same time as this. Your grandfather died protecting your house. They say there were 2 assailants in Harlequin garb.
Were they
You
called?
remember? And they seem to have used some sort of magic to appear in and around each other before disappearing out again. It seems they were after something in your grandfather, in your family's library. We don't know if they found what they were after or not. Well, apparently one of them went to strike at a member of your household, and your grandfather stepped in. But these Harlequin garbed individuals seem to have killed your grandfather in the process. I do need, and with that she makes a hand motion. Per protocol of your family, I need you to confirm the body and perform last rites for him. And then you have, with my understanding, certain oaths that you have to take on.
Where?
If you'd follow me, my team here will continue cataloging this scene. I will escort you directly to where we need to go. Jax, do you follow, or are you doing something different?
Give me a quick rundown. I was not here for this. So.
Shmuel's dead.
Oh, good. What a thing to miss.
Shmuel's dead. The twin Harlequins killed him. They seem to have been looking for. They seem to have been looking for something in Shmuel's library. It is unknown if whether or not they found it or not. They seem to have attacked a member of the Levy household in the process, and Adam's grandfather Shmuel responded and lost his life over the intercepting fight. From what you are also able to gather through how everything was explained, I'm assuming this is kind of one of those Vertigo in and out things. That talking is happening to Adam, it's not all being registered.
Yep. Just fully there, but not.
Yeah. It is stated that Shmuel cast some sort of large magical spells for protection on his family, as well as the sources say, from what they can tell, they retrieved an arm of one of the Harlequins.
Wild times.
Yeah, but Shmuel is no longer with us.
Then I will look to Dom and say, I'll come with you.
Someone should be here to make sure that we don't miss anything.
This is more important.
Okay.
Ellis, you watch as Adam also fully dropped morph.
Yes.
If you also do at this point, or if you keep the purple armor up, is up to you.
Yeah, I do.
You drop? Okay. So Ellis, you see kind of very rapidly walking out, not long after they walked in, the same shorter woman, as well as an unarmored Adam and Jax, entering willingly with her into the vehicle that she had very, very rapidly exited from, and it just takes off in a direction.
How hidden is Ellis? Do you think I could spot them on the way out?
So I will say this. It's hard to hide someone who looks native Hawaiian in a crowd of pasty British people.
Fair enough.
I will
That's
let
fair.
Ellis. I will let you. I will let Kevin. I will let you if you want to roll to see if.
I mean, that's absolutely fair, actually.
So I mean, but by that same token, is England in
Mhm.
this time period was still multi-ethnic. So I will
Mhm.
kind of leave it up to you guys to figure out just how hidden, or with the familiarity of Jax knowing what Ellis looked like helped you in this instance. It's how hidden is hidden for. So basically, is Ellis more hiding from the constables than their teammates?
I think what it is without the formal garb, Ellis just looks like a random passerby.
Perfect. Yeah.
Um, but even without the garb, I'm sure that Adam, Jax, and Coraline have spent enough time around Ellis to know what they look
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it is one of those things at that point is that you probably very easily spot Ellis in the crowd.
I also feel like I've talked to Jax has talked to Ellis enough to be like,
Correct.
they're looking from somewhere.
I think so. I think that's a fair take that Ellis wouldn't just leave.
Mhm.
um, Ellis is an observer, as they've said so many times. So um, it's just a like no stop in speed as we move towards the vehicle, but it's a look that is very much like be careful.
As I catch that, I sort of nod and sort of slowly pull myself away from the venue in its entirety.
Do we
Uh,
kind of Homer Simpsons ourselves into the shadows a little bit?
Kind of like I'd imagine that there would be at least some sort of crowd around the area. I'd
Oh yeah.
slowly sink into the crowd and walk off in a different direction, making a long way trip back to the Levy estate.
Perfect. So you will be getting back to the Levy Estate before they are because they are not heading to the Levy Estate.
Oh,
So
okay.
we are going to follow you for just a moment, and then we're going to hop over to the two of them again. So we're going to time's going to be a little wonky for a second. So Ellis, you get there first, and the estate is in tatters. There are broken windows. There is fire damage. There seems to be the member of the household who, at this point, you most certainly know they are not staff. These are members of the Levy household. These are cousins. These are nephews and nieces. These are individuals who, yes, they do work inside the Levy house, but these are not servants. This is also from what you can tell, most definitely not the norm in England. But yeah, everyone who is a member of this house is a member of the family, and you see some of them are in tears. You see individuals you see one of them just rocking in the corner. You see that one of the nephews around Adam's age seems to be missing part of their arm, but they have another member of the household who seems to be, doing some healing on them. As you step inside, you see obvious signs of battle.
Could I look for any sort of essentially we're in Victorian England. It's about appropriate. I'm essentially trying to Sherlock this thing. I'm trying to look
Yeah,
at the marks, the where they land, where the slashes would have come from, and
roll me a dueling. I think a dueling's fair for this.
okay.
Using your own experience of combat through an analytical lens on to do a post mortem on this fight. I think that works for a dueling.
I rolled a 1.
I will let your honor work for this. You are a judge. You are an individual who is known for their discretion. You are a trained warrior of your isle. This is even for competition. I assume that Ellis is someone who watches and has in the past taken in scenes from even just ritualistic spars and that kind of stuff to from the aftermath. And it's not that different doing it this way. From what you can tell, there were two assailants. You're also picking up bits of what happened from different people in the house, as they seem to just be talking about what happened with each other. There were two assailants. They were in harlequin garbed. They remember very much of those two individuals that were the first time that the King of Never Was of the Paradox Court was announced. Do you remember there were the two Harlequins that kind of announced their presence?
Mhm.
They matched that description very well. They seem to have been uh, the Shmuel, the Lord of the House, seemed to have been doing some research in his study when this all started and broke out. They seem to have somehow gotten into the house proper without bypassing any of the seals or wards. And after being approached by a member of the house who seemed to have been hurt in the process, Shmuel was alerted, and as Shmuel came out, they attempted to subdue Shmuel, who, as you can tell from the um, in magic within the Isles, how much of it can be used offensively, or is the offense mostly martial in Hawaii?
I would imagine that the magic would be mostly offensive, if anything, used for war and for uh, claiming victory and things of that sort.
So these are power, like you know, masters of your people's arts. You could probably on one hand count, and they're almost all elites of their own right, that would be able to harness the kind of power that looks like Shmuel used here today, which you probably picked up on already interacting with Shmuel once or twice. It's just a kind of individual who prefers speaking over fighting, but also kind of embellishes that speak softly but carry a big stick mentality to a certain degree. And it seems like somebody made him finally swing his stick around, and there seems to be no wasted motion in how Shmuel fought. But even if you are very skilled combatants, two skilled combatants who know how to work together, that's a hard fight, and from which you can tell Shmuel put up a very good one. But whether it's his stamina gave out first, they got a lucky hit in on him, they pulled some sort of foul trick out of their back pocket. At some point, Shmuel got cornered in a way that he was not able to get himself out of, and they were able to take down Shmuel. And you can see from the blood that is there that some major part of the body got punctured in a way that he lost a lot of blood very quickly.
The kupuna of the Levy household, he fought valiantly. He didn't. He didn't let it happen.
They ran to the library after they got Shmuel, but they were cursing that they couldn't find the codex, that they couldn't find um, the codex and the records for the clay man. We think they meant Kosh, but we're not sure. If they were looking for that, they were looking in the wrong place. That always stays in the Lord's office. That doesn't go into the library.
I believe I've taken and observed all I need to here. Now, where would they have taken Sir Levy and Sir LaFay? I should eventually check on that Lady Carline or Lady Emberton later.
Well,
But for now,
if you want to check on the Embertons are just across the street. They would have likely taken them to where they took Shmuel for the synagogue.
then I'll quietly and try not to disturb anything or anyone who's, nursing wounds or grieving, and I'll just slowly take my paces.
And next to the synagogue with the consecrated graveyard, including a crypt for the Levy family. That's where you guys are taken almost immediately, and you see that Shmuel is given the proper honors. He was properly cleaned. He is wrapped properly. Everything is to the letter, and you see that one of the individuals in there seems to be waiting for you, and they. It's not a happy smile. It's a very sad one. Usually, you'd be a you'd be ordained for this, but it is his last will that you perform the last rite for him.
Sounds like him.
I, I, I think he expected to have at least a little bit more time.
Don't we all? And then Adam will smile and put a soft, reassuring hand on their upper arm. Thank you for everything you've done.
Of course, and they and you hear them say, "Of course, Count Levy." And I think the weight of that mantle is not one you're quite ready to take on, but it seems to hang around your shoulders anyways.
And I will find a stool or something. I will sit. Just for a bit. And then I will begin a series of prayers, culminating in the Shema. I will just sit. Because someone has to be here. So it should be me. If people engage me, then they engage me and I'll respond. And I will be reassuring and I will be understanding and I will be soft and kind. But I will not engage anyone else.
Jax, you followed into this. Do you stay and watch all of this happen, or do you?
He is. You said he's wrapped up. Can you see him, or is it just like?
So I will let.
I got you.
Yeah, thank you.
So generally, the way it works is they're not mummified. They're not fully wrapped,
Right.
but they are covered with white shrouds, very simple white cloth. Traditionally, the only people who would get to lay eyes on the body are the Chevra Kadisha, the people who clean and do the blessings, and a member of the family to confirm. After that, they are very quickly put into generally a relatively simple wooden casket because it is disrespectful to the modesty of the person who passed to be sort of on display.
And at this point, it would have just been they would have had you do the very quick check. He would already be in the box by the time you were doing your prayers.
Yeah, 100%.
Then I stand at the back of the room. I'm still in there, and I'm doing all I can to give respect and be there properly, not causing any issues. And I do think there's a single tear that falls down Jax's eye.
If you're staying for at least a foreseeable immediate future, after an hour or two, I think once it is more or less the two of them. There will come a moment where Adam will go, cousin.
Yeah.
Would you ensure that the appropriate people have been notified for tomorrow?
I mean, yeah. Gonna be a busy day for you. Yeah.
The first of many, I imagine.
I have a question for Jax. Shmuel usually being the one to handle most of your professional correspondence out to people because he knew it's something you didn't have the patience for. Do you even know where to start?
OOC. Let's talk Notting Cold really quick for a second.
Okay.
Appropriate people.
Just making sure that the community is aware, because so traditionally the way it works is we bury our dead immediately, so the next day will be the funeral. So it's making sure that everyone is aware, especially since this happened later in the evening.
Yeah.
Making sure everyone who needs to be aware and can spread that knowledge can do so.
Correct. And especially given Shmuel's position, that includes the royal family in this instance.
Yes.
Yeah, then definitely I'd know where to start, which probably is
going to the royal family.
I'm assuming that everybody at home knows already.
Correct.
So,
and the good thing for that is most of the Jewish community will already know if they have not already. Because of that, I'm feeling this was probably more for a request for the people outside of the Jewish community.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, because generally, so like the household will let the community know. The Chevra Kadisha who were here doing the like cleaning the body and stuff will let the community know. It's more for everyone else.
Yeah.
In which case, yeah, then I would start with the royal family and
and are you going straight to them? Are you going to them to Buckingham, or are you writing a correspondence?
It wouldn't be like rude or disrespectful to send a letter to the royal family for this, right?
No, most correspondence was done through letters anyways, so this would not be rude. You would impress upon the person you have writing it for you the absolute urgency of the letter, which probably comes with a bit of an extra charge, and you would know, but you would also know the people to get it to get it to the royal family, and it not just get shuffled away in with the rest of the mail. You would know who to give that to.
Yeah, lovely, wonderful. And then I'd first make sure that those are delivered properly, and then two, go to the house.
And you see you probably run into Ellis on that walk back to the house, because Ellis is going towards the synagogue and the graveyard, and you are coming from that way to the house. The two paths are the same. You probably meet, just with how the timing of it all went out, probably closer to the house than to where Adam is at the moment.
Oh, so Ellis, it is good to run into you this fine evening. Come walk with me.
You're muted.
It's okay. I'm soft spoken. It's like nothing happened, anyways. Good. I have things to discuss with you as well.
Yes, it's probably best for now to leave a dom to contemplate
Understood.
more.
Speaking
Have you?
of the Levy estate, I had paid it a visit. I was curious as to the events that happened, and I pulled some information. It seems that the
Would
two
you?
assailants entered the house, and there was no tripping of any sort of alarms or any of the sort. The elder Livy,
Shmuel,
I don't, yeah, Shmuel, Sir Shmuel. I don't know if it's any consolation to you or Adam, but he did not allow them to take him without suffering their own damages.
he was a tough old bastard. Honestly, I thought he might outlive me. But yeah,
There is one more matter. From surveying the area, it looks like they were searching for something, and I don't think they found whatever it is they were looking for.
traces of magic then.
Yes, something told me that the words Clayman or something of that sort was hovered around in the ensuing search.
You would know Kosh.
They're looking for. Shit. Ellis,
Yes.
we have to act quickly. Do you know what Caroline is?
No, I do not.
Well, we shall find out. Actually, I'll pull out the morpher and call.
Coraline, you're in your room and bum bum bum.
Not the
Possible one.
Yes, yes. Shh, quiet. What?
We got an issue in hand. I need you to meet us outside of the Levy household. Quick, fast, in a hurry.
You look across the street and you see very quickly Ellis and Jax kind of power walking towards the estate. And for the first time, you take in that something happened over there. You weren't home for it. You don't know what happened, but something seemed to have happened over there.
What on earth? Okay. Oh. I'll tie some bed sheets together, I guess. All right.
You got you got magic martial arts. You can just jump out the window.
I'm imagining that the first part of you have magic martial arts, and that's when it clicks out from.
Yeah.
All right. So Coraline's going to stuff some pillows under her sheets so it looks like she's in bed.
Roll me an etiquette.
So good.
You got this.
That is a 3.
Perfect. Yeah, it takes you a second. Fluff. You pause. You take a step back. You step forward. You fluff and you adjust the blanket ever so slightly. You were smart. You actually dress the blanket in one of your sleeping gowns. The pillow in one of your sleeping gowns with just the shoulder sticking out. You're like, okay, perfect. And then you're good.
Yeah. All right. And then I guess we're jumping out of a window.
Roll a foot. I'm not even have you roll footwork for me. It's you are a knight. This is at the very least within your capabilities to do safely. You hit the roll off of it quite easily, and you are. Had you dressed down for the evening by this point, or?
Yeah, she's definitely in a nightgown at this point. I don't think she's especially worried about it right now.
Nope, valid. So yeah, you very quickly cross over the street, and yeah, even your sensing ability is going haywire as you are trying to figure out how you didn't notice this earlier. But as you cross the street, you realize that there was some sort of prevention. So something stopped you from paying attention to this until you intentionally looked over across the street.
Interesting. Okay.
That's why I live alone. You don't have to sneak out when you live by yourself.
Would that some of us had that luxury.
Fair enough. Listen, we got a situation. I make sure that we're inside for this conversation.
Mhm.
Do I? Quick magic check.
Are you just seeing out a quick little, just like a quick little pulse of magic?
Yeah, no, just trying to see if there's like something, if these people left anything to like monitor.
So I'm imagining that you're kind of like doing a magical sonar right now. It's just a little poof of magic, real quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a dueling for me, real quick.
Oh, that's fun.
Yep.
Well, that's crazy. I'm not trained to one, so that's a 10.
All right, well, that's one for the evening. Go ahead and roll again for me just to confirm you don't bounce back right away.
That's a 7.
That's a 7? Cool. So you do your pulse. It doesn't seem like there's anything there at all. You seem to be good where you're at.
I like it. Anyway.
We're not like in the middle of the street, right?
No, we're inside.
Okay.
I would have walked into the house and been like,
Okay.
yeah, we're going inside for this.
So-
Which also,
Very, very funnily, the second you step in, it seems like one of the staff has like a dressing gown for Coraline. It's like one of the houses comes in, just puts a cloak around your shoulders for you. As
Thank you.
just they don't even say anything, just boop and keep going. The entire household seems to just be in like recovery mode. Like, okay, we're mourning, we've mourned, we need to get this thing rolling again, because the Levy household isn't just a household. It is a bureaucratic and regional machine that cannot stop working.
I've been here
Jesus,
before.
tie that up.
I imagine they'll
Yeah.
also be running through a lot of the basics for prepping the house for sitting Shiva, covering the mirrors.
Yep. All of that's
Yeah.
We
You'll
got an
see
issue that came
short
here.
chairs being brought out, short like stools.
They came here looking for cash.
What happened?
We need to. Shmuel has been killed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry, Count Levy.
I'm assuming that Count Levy in Coraline's eye has just always been that funny little man who lived across the street and gave out like really nice treats and that kind of stuff.
I mean, yeah. Just that sweet old man across the street.
Yeah, it's,
He is sweet. He is an old man, and he was across the street. This is true. But he's. I mean, his position in the court of the royal palace and all that stuff. Man with information, a lot of information, and they're looking for that source of information, which means we need to make sure that source of information is found first by us and secure. That is of utmost importance right now.
Let us do this.
I'm going to ask one of the family members, hey, where's Cash at? Or would I know where Cash is at?
so yeah, you would know that Cash at this point pretty much has permanent residency at the Hare and Holly, which is the tavern over by the colleges where just individuals can come per the contract that kind of keeps Kosh working. Because the thing is, for anyone who knows how to ask Kosh a question, Kosh answers that question to the best of their ability.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I will just say we need to go, and I don't say where, but I do start going. And I will say, one of you, as we were going, tell Adam. Let him know. Tell him he doesn't have to come with us, but he should know. It is his responsibility now, after all.
Ellis falls back immediately, understanding, and heads back.
So yeah, and then the two of you, I'm assuming Coraline and Jax. Coraline unknowingly, but as soon as you guys kind of start moving, you know you're heading towards the universities. It would take you guys, even using your night speed for stuff, it would take you probably a little bit of time to get there. And yeah,
I try to be elusive as possible, like just in case someone's watching. I'm like,
roll me footwork.
lovely, we'll do.
We will.
Come on.
Yeah, go on both of you. Footwork. Yeah.
That is a
Yeah, that's a 3.
Perfect. Yeah.
the 2.
So go ahead and roll
can
against me
I-
real quick. If you have, go ahead and roll a favor if you have a favor.
I do. I have several, so I'm gonna burn one.
Use that juice.
Use the juice. Don't use
You got
all of
the
your
juice
juice
now.
because you need juice to make your Grand Machina do things later
Yes.
on.
That's concerning
What's
because
up
I'm
with that?
juiceless.
Yes, say.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Man, you better
Let me
start doing some heroic shit to build up on Queen's favor then.
Chat, help.
Shadow cook.
Yeah, you guys move very quickly, very quiet, very demure. You guys are able to make it to the Hare and Holly, which the Hare and Holly is never quiet. There's always the sound of late night students studying, musicians of all kinds at all hours, the clinking of glasses, the drunken songs of inter-school rivalries against each other. As you approach, the lights are on, the doors are open, but there's not a sound to be heard from within.
Purple Revolutionary Spade Dragon. I transform immediately. It happens.
Phoenix. Diamond Phoenix.
Perfect. The two of you it's the flashes of your colors as you guys do your quick change, stepping through. And it is like somebody has taken one of the new quick catch photos that is able to just almost entirely encapsulate a moment. It's almost like somebody did one of those. You see the owner and bartender mid-yell pointing across at a couple of patrons where even the sloshing alcohol is frozen in the air in a perfect moment.
And the bartender's also frozen, or is it like
Everyone, it is a crowded room full of people. It is a moment of joy and frivolity snapped in time.
Can I look around for anything that might not be quite as frozen as it should be? Just in case there's something hiding
Yes, you can. Go ahead and roll an etiquette for me, because we'll go with you noticing fine details and that kind of stuff through this.
That's a 2.
I believe in you.
That's a 2. Perfect. It takes you a moment. You see what it is you see someone's chest moving as they're breathing still. The only one doing it. And you can tell that it's a person who's trying to act frozen and be inconspicuous.
Don't be suspicious.
Exactly. Do you walk right there? Do you motion to Jax? What do you...
I think I want to try and act like I don't notice them right away.
Okay.
And get closer.
Yeah, you can do that. I'm not going to have you roll for that. That's an easy one for you, as you're just kind of moving purposefully right outside of their cone of vision, kind of easing your way closer.
And then once I'm not in their field of vision, and then I want to indicate to Jax.
Do I spot this person now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I pull out a gun and I point it right at their head. I get and I say, "Breathe again, motherfucker," and I'll blow that shit off.
And you see their chest stop, and you see their eyes go wide, and their hands slowly go up.
On your knees.
Yep, on my knees. And you see them drop to their knees.
What happened here?
I was here with the points his finger to them. I went to the bathroom. I went to relieve myself in the loo. I came out. They were all like this. I came. I heard the motion at the door. I thought I'd sit back here, try to not draw attention to myself. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're here to finish whatever this is. I don't know anything. I'm trying to. My brain's pudding right now. I had a major thesis due today, and they just start rambling out about polyamorous theory of magic and relativity in regards to metallurgical constructs. Blah 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 blah. This is a very scared grad student, basically.
I walk right up, gun right to the forehead.
And the rambling gets faster.
How's my bullshit detector going?
This not registering at all. This dude is too scared to be lying at the moment.
They're not lying. Put it down.
All right.
I will
You
say,
didn't see nobody.
I didn't see anything, but there was a really, really bright flash that I saw underneath the door.
Which one? From the bathroom?
Yeah, from the loo. From the loo. He points over to where he was obviously at, and you see it's around the corner. So any sort of light that caused this would have had to have been so bright to be able to hit that corner and still cause a flash underneath the door.
Mm-hmm. In which case, I don't wait to hear back from Ellis. I do pull out the morpher and I don't say names. I do say Yellow, Crimson. Can y'all hear me?
So LaFay, yes.
No response on mine.
We got an issue. A certain fountain of knowledge seems to be in danger of going missing, or maybe already.
You would know that Kosh would be in the room behind where you are in right now.
Pink Ranger and I are going to check it out, but be on the lookout for movements in the city.
Will do.
Click.
It's not pink.
Flip.
It's light as shred. Rose.
Oh, sorry. I'm a little colorblind. What is it? I have no idea if lizards are colorblind.
Depends on the lizard, and even then, that's not how that works.
Definitely pink. He's just picky.
Lightish red.
Lightish red.
Okay. That is a nice color. All right. Awkward. Yeah.
There is a rattling behind the door that Cash would be behind.
Young man, you should get out of here.
You turn around, that dude's been gone.
Oh, good.
The second that Jax the gun was not on him, and you had stepped away, he scrambled away and booked it.
All right, I'm partial to loud, but we can do quiet if you like.
Loud or quiet, I don't care. Careful is the name of the game. There's a lot of people in here.
Fair
None
enough.
of them can escape.
Understandable. I kicked the door in.
I need both of you to
Nice and
roll a footwork as another very bright flash of light goes off when you do that.
Oh, dang it. The loud approach does have its consequences. This is true.
That's a 4.
Is it a
Perfect.
footwork here?
Oh, that's my hero.
That
Yeah,
is your
you
hero,
do.
and you're transformed.
I'm transformed. I do the best dodging.
What is
I
Jack?
got it. I got a 2.
You got it.
I don't dodge at all. I'm just gonna stay in there.
Okay, roll me roll again real quick for me. So just and you want a 2. You want the 2, but you can make do with a 3 or above.
3.
Perfect, you're still in. Thankfully, Coraline rolled her hero, and the second the door starts splintering, what you hear, Coraline, is you've heard of these new cameras. You've even seen a couple of them. They have a very distinct winding up sound, for lack of a better term, and you kind of hear that going off. And in a moment, you reach and you grab and you yank Jax back just in time for that flash to go off and the splintering door. Because the king actually splintered the door for that. All of those shards are in the air.
Whew.
And they're just hanging there immobilized. And I thought I was going to get a good picture out of that one, too.
That's not cash, is it?
That is not cash.
Sorry to disappoint.
That's fine. I have the main topic for my next gallery anyways. And you can hear the mumbling sounds of cash.
Mm.
Who are you?
Oh. I'd love to tell you. I'd really love to tell you.
I kick him in the face. I don't give him a chance to continue.
Roll dueling for me. Roll dueling.
You get one question out of Jax. If you don't answer it, that's it.
One and done rule.
Yeah, you don't work with me here. You're getting kicked in the face. Wow, that's a wild time here. That's also a 2.
Oh!
A game.
Okay, roll, and you want to hit a 3, but we'll make do with a 4 or above.
Wild time. That's a 5.
Okay, so you go in for the punch. The individual seems to sidestep, so you go to adjust. You punch into one of these giant splinters of wood instead. And when you hit it, the force that was going outwards now comes back and smacks back into you again.
Ugh.
Coraline?
Immediately calling for backup. We need help right now.
So as you say that, and as you're able to look around, you see that in an almost rooster-like body, so do any of you guys play Monster Hunter?
Yes.
You know the Tsuyaku?
Yeah.
The little the flashbangs, the giant. It looks someone took like a rooster with you had the long beak, but it's almost like something like when the roosters have like the really long eyebrow, the really long feathers over the brow.
Okay.
Iconic.
So it's kind of like that, but there's this this membrane that goes up, and it's almost like it can flash, creating this stopping effect. And it's more human shaped for the rest of it. Still feathers and scales, clawed hands as it has a just bound up with a seal placed across the face of Kosh, keeping them immobilized as they grab Kosh with one arm and just start booking it away.
I am throwing a fan at the arm that's carrying Kosh.
Okay. Roll a dueling for me.
Oh my god, yes. That's
Hero?
another 4.
Fuck
got
yeah.
it.
Let's go.
So you see them grabbing,
Nice
pulling,
dog.
you let your fan go with a snap, the flames erupting across the edge of it. You cut into the arm, causing them to drop Kosh. You see, you have to remember, Kosh is still made out of clay at the end of the day. You don't think Kosh's head is supposed to flatten out that way?
Ooh.
And you just hear of Kosh hitting the ground.
Just ooh, ah. But better than being kidnapped. Okay. She's gonna
It'll be
catch her
alright.
fan.
Hits the fan off the rebound. The individual turns, slides looking at you. And what you can see is it's almost like that feathery appendage is refilling with some sort of, whether it's a powder or liquid, you can't tell. So it has some time before it can do its flash again.
Okay.
I'm Russian. And not
No,
like
no.
Max.
No, I was saying the Russian kicked Adam's ass last week. That's different. That's
It's a
different.
different thing.
But no,
It's
Yeah,
so
we'll
a-
run that back. Don't worry.
Give me the ones. Aries, run those hands in my life.
yours. Free coach
yeah, no.
until it's backwards.
Love that you know this. Anyway, so
Oh,
I am rushing forward against my better judgment. I
yeah.
guess to my better judgment, I'm not gonna fight. I'm
Okay.
gonna grab cash.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
You
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, in the anime where as soon as the hostage drops and they're like, and then
Yep.
back over there. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yep. Okay. Roll me a footwork.
Lovely.
I'll even give you advantage on that roll.
Iconic. It's all because Coraline's a badass. Caroline.
Yeah, it
Coraline?
is. Coraline.
Yeah. Ooh. So that's an 8 and a 10.
Hey, you hit your
Hey.
hero. You hit your hero, and so I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna pull it back. His face never gets smushed. You're able to grab him right before he hits the ground. You step back, and even in your transformed razor form, you cannot imagine one-arming Kosh. This dude is thick.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. You step back and you kind of like use your momentum to get Kosh behind you in Coraline, and kind of this looming, the figure kind of haunches a little bit. You realize just how, where it was haunching, it stands up fully, almost 11 feet tall. Its neck stooped over in this place. Its arms dangling in front of it. It's now you realize it has a tail as the tail whips out behind it. Feathers and scales, and you see a second set of that kind of flashing appendage off of the back half of it, and you see an ignition down the ends quickly going down to 0. Roll for me now, but we will tell everybody what the results of that roll is when we get back.
Wild times. What are we rolling?
Hell yeah.
So you can try to footwork it, you can try to duel it, you can try to tank it. I wouldn't recommend trying to tank it, but you can try to tank it.
Ooh. Look, I have a higher
Cool.
chance of taking it, I feel, with my roll. I think, honestly, no. Yeah, I think because there's so many people around on the outside, and I don't know what this is going to do, I think I do try to just take it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I got what I got.
What you got? Coraline, you got
We'll
what
let
you got?
everybody
No, because it cocked. Okay, got it.
Perfect. We will see everybody back here after the break. vinegar, sugar, and egg yolk, and that makes your gravy for it. Trust me, it's a little sweet. It's savory. It has a little bit of that vinegar kick on it. It's really fucking good. I promise you. I could just
balsamic vinegar.
That's a big word for Elmo. Big word for Elmo. Welcome back, everybody. We're over here extolling the different virtues and non-virtues of different white people attempts of potato salad, with our current consensus being the least offensive potato salad made by white people being the German potato salad, because it involves no apples, grapes, or other bullshit, just bacon and onions and potatoes.
Mhm.
So, with
I
that,
do love me some bacon. I'm not gonna lie to you.
we had a roll as this camera flash of light was getting ready to go off as it raised its tail up behind over its form, where the two of you guys can see this kind of ticking down. So, for Coraline, you were going for footwork to dodge it out, right?
Yes.
You kind of smartly realize that with your positioning, it doesn't really matter, at least for the moment, if Kosh gets frozen, you just can't get frozen. So I think you actually very smartly dip behind Kosh just in time. And he's a very large frame, and you are not a very large individual.
Yep.
So there's most definitely enough room behind there for you to not get caught up in it. And then Jax was going to tank it, right?
I rolled a 6 on vigor.
So you rolled your
It's in
vigor. You rolled your vigor for it. So it goes off, and tell me how. And I think this is actually one of those moments where this elemental shift inside of you from fire to earth works to your advantage. What is it about this now more earthy, draconic power inside of you, as opposed to just the straight fire from before, kind of helps you push through this effect that tried to stop you in your place?
I think it's I feel like for a moment it started to take hold, and then we'll say some far off distant voice in his head for something that he's connected to, not to Tanya, but something else, is he used to hear Leviathan, but now he hears something else, a voice that he doesn't know, and it says, "Stand strong. Earth is never frozen, but always still."
And I think as it kind of radiates around you, it's almost like a clear mirror. It's like a clear glaze shattering around you as you just kind of flex your booty cheeks, and it just shatters off of you. And you kind of you take that defiant step forward, and you see this figure kind of pull back away from you, like that's not supposed to happen. And there's almost like this deep, almost reptilian clicking of like if you've ever had like a monitor lizard or dealt with any larger reptile, they make this almost like a sound as it kind of like, oh, that's not right. As you can tell, predator to predator, that it is now recognizing you as something that it is not sure it wants to mess with.
Anything else?
That's a mighty fine trick you have there. You can see it's starting to kind of slowly circle, trying to figure out how to get, if there's an opening between, you can find an opening between you and Kosh. And as I'm pretty sure, Coraline, you're going to step back out after the flash happens. Yeah, so if you can figure out how to get between the two of you and Kosh. Its movements are too graceful for as lanky as its form is.
And this is the quick question, just for my clarification, because I'm misremembering. So there's the other person that was here in this thing, or is this
No,
person?
no. The person who was here earlier bolted. They were gone the second you pulled
Oh.
your gun away from him and you had your back turned. They
Oh,
yabba dabba dooed themselves off screen and out of the script. They are gone.
iconic. Lovely. So it's just this like creature.
Yeah, there's just this creature who is now very on edge because you did something that in its mind you should not have been able to do.
Coraline. No, I won't say Coraline. I'll say
Rose Ranger.
lightish red, reddish, light
Rose.
reddish, rose. There we go. Sorry, I'm old. Rose Ranger. Can you get Kosh out of here?
She looks over at the very heavy giant clay person.
You had no issue jumping out of your window either, though. You've not tried yet.
She could try.
Yeah, go ahead and try.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah, you are. It's heavy, but manageably heavy.
Okay. I will start. I mean, where is this creature in position to the entrance?
So
Or exit,
you
rather.
there are windows behind you.
Mhm.
Currently, it is on another part of the room. The doors you guys came through are kind of to your left. And it's pretty much a straight shot from where you are out the door to the street.
Okay, then I'm going for it.
Okay. Roll me a footwork. How are we distracting? Are you going in for an attack? Are you just moving to impose yourself? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm moving. If I see this thing just start to try to like follow, us immediately always staying in their way, essentially.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's
no,
a 1. It's my
Okay.
honor.
Oh. I don't know if your honor works for this one, so
Yeah.
that's 1 and roll again for me.
Okay,
We want that. We want to repeat 1 though.
that's a 3.
That's a 3. Still on the scene. That's all that matters.
Mhm.
So yeah, you go and you kind of. It takes you a second to stumble as you're kind of getting used to the weight. That stumble would have given the abomination a moment to strike at you, if not for Jax being in the way. So, Jax, go ahead and roll however it is for me you want to take care of it. Are we dueling it? Are you just tanking a hit again? What are
I
you
think I'm
doing?
just taking. I'm not right now. The most important thing is to give time for Caroline to get away. So I'm just tanking the blows rather than fighting it just yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. That's bad. That's a 3.
Okay. Which puts us as wanting a 4, so go ahead and roll for me real quick.
Yep.
We want the 4. We'll take anything above a 4, but we want the 4.
That's a 10.
Unfortunately, your hero doesn't work on this kind of a roll.
And I
Unfortunately.
didn't get the vapors at least.
Correct. You did not get the vapors. But so you kind of go in. You're still able to stop it from getting to the two of them. But this is when you actually realize you kind of feel them cutting into you just a little bit. But this thing's flash isn't its only weapon. As it kind of gets the claws, it hit the ribs, thankfully. But it did hit it on the get a hit in kind of up on the chest.
How? That's a me. That's on me, right?
That's on you. That's right in the meat.
It is a grunt rather than a cry out. When he was younger, he might have cried out, but he's
You've taken worse hits than this. It's okay.
I've nearly died multiple times, so it's fine.
All right, so go ahead, and this time I'm even gonna have you roll because you kind of are able to get yourself up underneath yourself now, Coraline.
Mhm.
You get Kosh, and you just start running, and it is a straight shot out to the street. Where are you going? Are you going back to the Levy estate? Are you going to the underground catacombs? Where?
I think we're going to the underground
going?
catacombs.
Okay. So you're running through your head about, okay, how do I get there? How do I get there? How do I get there? You know that there are a number of ways to get to the sewers, and you know that you're pretty sure, given how you got there before, you could kind of anywhere in the sewers figure out how to get there. You just have to get into the sewers. You know that there is an opening not terribly far away from where you're at. It would mean figuring out how, either whether it's dropping Kosh down first, wrapping yourself, and then just bunny jumping down the hole. You're
I
not
think
quite
we're bunny jumping, yeah.
So yeah, you start running down that way. I know that Ellis said that they were on the way for help. Adam, are you still with your grandfather?
I am. Unfortunately, tradition dictates that that's where I'm gonna stay. And I don't know that I'm even really aware enough to process what I have heard through this call.
And as you sit there in this moment, your morpher is still on you. The faint sounds of it going off, but it's the words are muffled. It's like someone's speaking through water at you. And the box is sealed, and they bow out and leave you alone with him. And
On their way out.
and Ellis, yeah, you are on the move. You get there as quick as you can. I'm imagining that I'm assuming that your mindset was get up and then just use the rooftops for as clean of a straight line as you could at that point, probably.
Mhm.
And yeah, it is a clean, just bouncing yourself ninja style down the rooftops. You're able to kind of see the kicking up of dust and the kind of really bright flashes of light coming from the tavern, kind of teeing you into something's going on, as you see Coraline coming out with this frozen and tied up Kosh kind of awkwardly, like Coraline's. You're probably still not sure what the most comfortable way to carry Kosh is, because it's part of the issue. It's just a size issue is actually part of it, because Kosh is so damn big. The size is almost more of an issue than the weight.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're just kind of like leaning backwards, hoping you can see kind of around him enough to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you see that happening, and then you see kind of this weird reptilian feathered form with like Jax doing a full-on shoulder tackle, kind of rolling each other down the street as Coraline hits a corner and starts taking off again.
At first, Ellis stops to turn around and join the fray, but takes a second. Lady Emerton is a capable woman. She can handle this, and Jax is there. Sir LaFay, Lady Emerton, they are fine. I have a thing that I must do. And I continue onto the Levy estate.
And I think, Jax, you see, as you kind of roll yourself up and kind of kick yourself away to get yourself back into a stance to stay in between this creature and there, you see just the flash of yellow of Ellis as they hit the rooftops and are now kind of heading toward the Levy estate. You're muted.
One day it won't happen. I continue to keep this thing busy. The main goal is to, as far as I know, this is the only thing that's in our way. So the main goal is to keep it as busy as possible for as long as possible.
Right. So yeah, you can. I'm imagining that this is you kind of just putting yourself through your paces, just not pushing yourself. You're going probably about 5/8 speed, a little bit more than 3/4. 7/8 speed.
Just enough.
Yeah,
So
you're getting your momentum back up underneath you. You're an older man. It takes you a second every once in a while. And yeah, Coraline, you're able. It's a clean shot from where you're at to where you're going. I'm not even going to make you roll for it right now. Jax, I need you to roll for me for whether it's, again, that dueling vigor, however it is you're keeping this thing contained and stopping from going after Coraline.
I think this time it will be a dueling because I think I am. Yes, it stabbed me. I have to get my lick back.
All right.
So.
Are we shooting or punching?
We're punching this time.
Okay. Okay.
It put too much distance from me. I'd have to back up too much to shoot, and I don't want to give it space. Let's see. That's a 10.
There you go.
Hey.
So you feel this connection. Before, when you used to be a fighter, a boxer, it was light, fast, quick jabs. You were fire made flesh. It was quick, constant aggression, power, 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 power. It's not who you are anymore. Not all the way. There's still power. There's still strength. And it's one of those things where you take just a perfect stance and you step in, and it is a clean, quick one shot. And you feel your entire body almost working like one of your firearms. Your feet acting as the primer, your waist the hammer as you load in the shot. And it is a clean drawing power from the earth through your core up. Clean fucking hit. And it's almost as this power just surges in through. You feel almost like a stone bracer forming up and around your hand. And right when you make contact, there's this explosion of power, sending this thing reeling back for a second as it, again, kind of skitters back down, getting to that low slung stance of realizing that it is not a good matchup against you.
I'd like to make a small adjustment here.
Of course.
I feel like it's more an addition than an adjustment. As it sort of like falls back and sort of like gets lower, I feel like it's a shot of like from its point of view at Jack's looming figure with darkness over the face. And there's just one purple trail of glowing magic coming out the side of the mask. And he's like, now, let me show you why they call me Walk 'em Down.
Its eyes get so big, and you see that powdery buildup start just trembling out as if it can't focus enough to recharge its one potential defensive ability against you.
Jack's walking down LaFay, everybody.
Jack's walking down LaFay. Jack's put him in the ground, LaFay. Here we go.
Put him in the bio.
Put him in the bio. Put him in the
a hashtag,
church bulletin, you name it. They're somewhere. All right. And so I think that Coraline, especially with that kind of you almost feel the energy of Jack's LaFay aura farming behind you. as you hit yourself down and you kind of hit that wrap, go down feel yourself falling into the sewers, and it's a clean shot from here to where you know you're supposed to go. And it is smooth. It's just you. And as the time kind of passes and you're running with Kosh, you feel them starting to shift and move a little bit. Again, who's there?
A friend. We're getting you to safety.
Oh, I can't leave the city center. I can't leave the city center.
What? Why not?
My magic. It's part of why I can keep going. I draw my strength from the universities.
For the love of... We're gonna kind of skirt to a stop and start turning back towards the university.
And we're gonna do one more quick round with Jax, and then we're gonna go over and see what Ellis is doing at the Levy house.
I mean, I'm pushing my advantage here. I'm just.
Are you
trying to
perfect? Roll your dueling
for
for
me. Pound this thing into
submission, the dirt, death, whatever.
This thing needs to be out cold for a long time. That is a 6 for dueling.
You again, and it's kind of straight up. You are fucking Jax Wing Woo from Solo Jax Leveling. You just step up, just a giant purple eye as you step in on him, and it is a. Does anyone here read like the Batman Absolute series? Just me.
No, I have not, but I've heard a lot about it.
So have you
I'm
read?
not up to date, but I have read quite a few.
Have you read what he does to the Klansmen?
Is that in the annual?
That's in the annual.
So I haven't read it, but I've seen the
have
clip
you
because
heard-
I'm a wrestling nerd.
Yeah. So you just basically we see this more from this. Now I'm going to call it a poor creature at this point. From this poor creature's point of view, as Jax looks much more like a demon than a knight in this moment, as just this purple glowing eye, and it's just a bam, 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 and it's gurgling, "Stop, please, I give up."
Oh god.
And Jax, are you still just methodically beating this thing? How much of this is getting out things in regards to like Shmuel and stuff in the moment?
It is probably a lot, actually, because as long as it continues to talk, I punch it because I want it down. I want it unconscious.
You want it unconscious. So
I do, and I do say, like, as I continue to punch it, I do say, you put that boy through a lot tonight. No more.
Help. I think that's Coraline. You come into just Jax. This thing doesn't have a shirt, so he's holding it by like the chest scale and feathers up off the ground with one hand as he's just cocking back and punching down. This thing's the antenna feather combination that creates that membrane is shattered. The beak is broken. One of the eyes is swollen shut.
I keep going until it's unconscious. I don't kill it.
You see one.
I do unconscious.
Okay. you see the one remaining open eye lock onto you, Coraline, as it goes, "Help!" Punch. "Help me!" Punch.
I think you won.
It's not down yet.
"I'm down. I can't move."
Then close your eye.
Closes its eye.
Did I stop? And I do tie it up. Restrain its hands?
Yeah. Claws, hands.
Yeah. And legs.
Yep.
No running.
You hear like this discoordinated sound start to pick up as if things are starting to move again in the tavern.
Why are you back?
Can't take him from the university.
You know I can't, Jax LaFay. You know I can't leave this
I
place.
forgot. Listen, you're getting kidnapped, and you're more important than quite many things in this city. So
just let me out of here. I have a busted shoulder now. Shmuel needs to fucking get my joint working right again.
Shmuel's gone.
And that cut silences Kosh, and we're going to switch over to Ellis in this moment.
I imagine at this point, Ellis gets into the state and sees Adam.
Adam, so okay.
I'm not
If you were
obviously.
going, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I
going
totally
back-
forgot.
No. So were you going back to Adam then?
Yeah, sorry. I was going to Adam, not the
Okay.
estate. My
Okay.
apologies.
Perfect. Very different. Very different. But that's still fine. It would have taken you about the same amount of time anyways. So you make it to, I forget what the name of the building, because it's not. It doesn't happen in the synagogue. It happens in the graveyard for.
Yeah. It's complicated, especially back then. It would have been it's not as clear cut because So the modern building is not what they would have had back then. They essentially have a side like room that is connected to the synagogue, but has a slight like opening between them to ensure that they are separate spaces.
Correct. Yeah. So Yeah, so you probably would have gone to the synagogue. You would have had to ask for where, because I'm assuming you would know inherently where to go off the jump, but someone would have directed you on how to find Adam.
Okay. Well, I imagine I arrive there and I see Adam kind of sitting there.
When you get there, Adam is sitting on this sort of low stool, hunched over a bit, holding what looks to be a very old sitter. It's like an old, like, Jewish prayer book.
Hesitant to break the silence, Alice will move forward. My dear Sir Levy, your assistance is needed.
I cannot.
I believe Kosh is, well, someone has tried to abduct him. And I know nothing about the inner workings of. I assume that you're the only person that can assist at this moment.
Suppose you're right.
You know, Sir Levy, I came here for a cultural exchange, and I know that it is your duty to stay here. Or at least that's what I've surmised or assumed.
Adam will slowly get up, and there is a bit of a groan
I
as they rise.
have a question for Adam.
Yeah.
Who would, again, your grandmother isn't around anymore, your own mother is lost. Who would the matron of the Levy family be at this point?
I have to imagine it would be the aunt who was coming to visit.
And I think that she probably has a son of her own who is nowhere near as much of a pain in the ass as she is. He's still a little bit of a
Sure.
but and I think that he kind of shows not he's heard what's happened, and he kind of walks in this moment. If you need to go, I will maintain the watch. It's not my space, but I will do so to make sure it's maintained. And when you're done and you return, you can return here and you can come back to where you're supposed to be. I will make sure he is not alone.
And Adam will straighten and nod and will reluctantly hand over the sitter that he's holding.
And this will come right back to you when you return. You see him sit, flip through the pages, and you see him start reciting one of the prayers, head bent down as he's rocks a little bit with it as he's going through the prayers. You hear the strain in his voice as you walk out with Alice.
Before I walk out, there's a moment where Adam puts their hand on their cousin's shoulder.
Ezekiel.
Doesn't give it a squeeze, just shakes him slightly.
You do get a one hand, the one that's not holding the sitter, just a 1-2 tap very quickly.
Bezrat Hashem, I'll be back quickly.
He nods, not stopping the prayer as he keeps going.
Shall we?
Yes, when I last saw everyone, things had taken quite a turn, so I believe we must dress for the occasion.
Then we will. Let's make haste.
Sir Levy, the pull between duty and the self, it's one that I wrestle with also. And if one of us finds how to strike that balance, I would like to share notes on that as well.
They are notes I will need very desperately in the coming months. A greater gift I could not ask for.
I wait till we're away from the eyes, and then I pull out the morpher.
And you two do your quick morphs, making your way over, and you see that. Oh,
Could I insert something real
of
quick?
course you can.
I'd imagine that we'd do the whole dual morph thing. As we both place in the keys, instead of Ellis's usual breaking the chain using the elbow, Ellis will take a quick moment, turn around, and slam his morpher against Adam's in order to break both chains as a show of unity.
Yeah, and I think in this moment, and by doing it this way, a very slight flare of it happens. It's almost as if for a moment the superimposed symbol of your club and heart stays and lingers just for a moment as you guys kind of feel this internal connection between the two of you solidify just a little bit. And you guys make it to the Hare and Holly, and you see Jax standing over this bound figure on the ground. Coraline in the process of untying poor Kosh, as you know. I'm imagining Jackson's like very tenderly trying to take this facial seal off of without like disfiguring the face.
You can definitely see some blood dripping out from Jax's side.
I'm telling you, Jax, as soon as I'm free, I can patch that side up for you. It's not a problem.
It's okay. It's fine. It's not that bad.
It's not that you are bleeding between your ribs. You are. Adam! Tell this fool of a man to let me treat him.
Cousin, the longer you argue, more time will be wasted. And inevitably, perhaps, Kosh is the only person I can imagine more stubborn than you. Let the golem win.
Age brings its own kind of vitality to these things.
Yes, I guess being as old as you are, I look forward to something. Maybe people will. I don't know. All right, go ahead.
As he kind of gets loosened off, you see him taking a little bit of his own clay as part of like just rubbing it out of his thumb, molding it for a second, praying into the clay as he kind of rubs it in. And for some reason, you don't know if it's because Kosh is also so deeply attuned to Earth as an essence, or the spirit of Kosh being what Kosh is for a learned protector, a guardian of font of knowledge and life in Kosh's own way. But it not just heals, but revitalizes. And you realize that this thing had actually punctured a lung. You realize this as that healing reinflates and seals your lung in the process also.
That's why I was getting hard to breathe.
If this is why I said if you had continued on with only one of your lungs with as much power and air as you need to operate, he doesn't listen. He's also speaking this Shmuel? Adam. No.
Yes.
And you see Shmuel just kind of almost...
Kosh.
He looks up at you. Why are you here? You should be with him.
If I was with him, who would be with you?
This wonderful woman. Are you of marrying age, my dear? This fool. He needs a good wife. I promise you,
you are
He is
You are
worth
barking
much
up the
more.
wrong tree, Kosh.
He is worth much more than he appears to be, I promise. He's actually a very good boy. He is actually a very good boy.
Try telling that to her brother who punched me in the jaw earlier tonight.
He probably deserved that, but otherwise, he is a very good boy, I promise you.
I certainly deserved that, I'm sure. Whether I deserved it in the moment, I don't know.
As you
Sorry
kind
to
of
pull you
lead
away.
Josh back, I'm assuming you're leading him back to his usual spot.
100%, yes. This is all the game to help sort of distract as we guide back.
And yet you get him locked into it. He starts extolling and deeply embellishing Adam's good points. Several of which, by this point, you realize, Coraline, do actually exist as much as you don't want them to.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Not that he's a
Ship
good
it.
person. Whoop. Crap. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Did something
Why
happen?
are we...
Grimace frozen. Do you want to
Hold
reload? Yeah.
Can we at least hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we can hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay, hold on. Let me try something real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
I believe in you.
I'm happy someone does. I'm happy somebody does. Give me a second.
Are you of marrying age? Wild thing, gosh.
I'm just going to reload in real quick. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah, no worries.
I believe it. Now we have the power.
All of a sudden, this becomes a GM-less game. So,
Hmm.
I will say Jax does look at Adam and say, sorry to pull you away.
again, if I weren't with Kosh, who would be? At least who would be who would know how to handle this?
You need to talk.
I
Doesn't have to be tonight. Can be another time.
when I have decided if I need to talk or drink, I will let you know either way.
Well, both are always available to you.
That's good because I do believe that I, along with some company, finished off that bottle that I borrowed from you.
Nah, that's fine. I was gonna collect dust anyway. I never liked I can't remember his name now. Cousin. Never liked the alcohol he drank.
Then I will have to help take more bottles off your hands in the near future.
He gifted me plenty more. So, have at it. Hated his wife. His wife was the worst.
Oh, it seems that I had woefully misjudged the situation. My apologies, Sir LeFay and Lady Emberton. Last I saw you, you had your hands full. So we took our knightly forms, and seems it wasn't necessary.
We work together very well.
We do. You got some moves on you. Did you train? Adam's new brother?
My brother taught me.
Nice. Daniel, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Daniel was a better soldier. Yeah, not to offend your other brother, but I feel like he
Benedict certainly has his positive traits, but a soldier he was not. A knight, perhaps he might have been, though I'd argue likely not as good as the one we got.
Exactly.
Reluctantly.
It's kind of you. I'm sorry for everything.
To lighten the subject, it seems like a very odd moment of peace we have here, so I must ask, between Sir Lefay's announcement and, well, Sir Levy's station, how many people do we think know who we are as these, I suppose, substitute knights or revolutionary knights that we are?
Well, I can say with confidence that I have not told or suggested to anyone that either of the two of you are involved, nor do I have planned to.
Neither have I, as far as I understand. Although nobody's visited me when I was drunk off my ass in my castle, so to speak. But, yeah. I mean, people are going to figure it out. It was me sooner or later. I mean, I'm wearing the same get-up, essentially.
Lady Emberton, anyone that you would know?
Not at all.
I will say
Hello.
I'm... Oh, my apologies.
I might have to tell one of my brothers at some point.
Understood.
That's not Bartholomew.
Well, yes.
I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, but there was someone of higher standing that I had run into during my walks, and I am unfortunately sure that he knows that I am the Yellow Knight. His name escapes me at the moment, but he was a good man healing the sick at one of the docks. Besides that, I'm sure that no one knows my identity either.
How did he
Viscount
come to
Arthur
know?
Damon?
I believe so. As my station, it's embarrassing for me to say that a lapse of judgment has found me accidentally communicating with the morpher in front of him.
Wait.
We all have our own lapses from time to time.
Yes, Jax. That is the same individual.
Shit.
What is it?
The night I killed
The story.
Festering. He was there.
In what capacity?
Along with the gentle person who was dangling my key of safety in front of me. I don't remember catching the name of. However, I will recognize him if I ever see him again, I think. Curious indeed.
Perhaps we should make some time to pay a visit.
What did, in Maximum, what did they say the people who attacked Shmuel look like?
Harlequins.
Motherfucker. Isabel, just like a Harlequin. My children's mother. I don't like the implication of this. I don't like it at all.
Is she still around?
I seem to recall that day was a blur. We were in the city. We were then in the Fae talking to the council, to Tanya, all the others, king and queens. Came back. She was there. took hostage one of the royals, members of the family, fought her. My cousin Alice. Yeah, that's when we found out Maximoff had my kids. And we were sent into the Fey realm for months on end to work together better, had to fight a war. Ended it. I'm not sure what they do, Isabel. Can't remember. She's alive last time I saw her, I think. I wanted to kill her. Giving my kids to that shithead she called her grandfather. I'll say it out loud right now because we all thinking it. It might have been them.
Well, then we will need to find out what we can and engage it properly from there.
No. I'm sorry. If it was them, I'm sorry.
Are you not sorry this happened otherwise?
It's complicated. I can't say I'm not sorry. I'm sorry that you have to go through so much. Sorry for losing my best friend, but Shmuel and I go way back, and quite honestly, if anything, I'm proud of fought valiantly from what I saw at the house. And in my own way, my appreciation for his resilience in those moments is how I mourn him.
I don't know how often you and my grandfather spoke of death, but I can confidently tell you, if you are uncertain yourself, that were he to know you are mourning him, he would be very disappointed in you. Celebrate what was, what comes of it. We will mourn tomorrow. There are procedures for that sort of thing.
I just put a hand on his shoulder, give it a firm squeeze, holding back tears. But all right.
I think when you do that, are we still transformed? Are you transformed, or have we?
Yeah, I'm still. I think I have it because I'm still on guard, low key.
I think when you do that, there's a momentary lull, and then I
Helmet's
think
off, I'll say.
what?
My helmet's probably off.
Okay, yeah, I think there is a similarly, and I think there is a momentary just quiet when you put your hand on my arm, and then I pull you in.
Definitely a tense and a tensing of muscles briefly for a second. Not like like I'm about to lash out, but just like this is unexpected.
Yeah.
But we'll hug back.
And Adam's not letting go until you do.
I guess we'll be here all night.
Meanwhile, Kasha's still talking up Adam to Coraline.
That's what does it. Eventually, that's what breaks the hug. Is it gets to a point where it has to be like, Kasha, enough. You have to shut up.
Coraline is doing her best to just very politely be like, "Oh, that's lovely. How wonderful. Yes, of course." Mm-hmm.
All right. So, what do we got?
Good save.
Thank you.
Kush, what do you know about the people who are trying to
Take me?
Yes.
That they obviously didn't realize, much like Miss the Rose Knight companion that you have here, did not know that I could not leave a certain distance from the universities. They were packaging me up as if to take me some distance of merit.
I will note
But-
that I've probably brought the thing inside that creature.
And yeah, so like everyone else is like they're like looking at like that sounds weird, huh? Time shouldn't have passed that fast. And then you kind of like come in. Are you like dragging this thing by the tail? Do you like throw it in first? Like how are you entering in with the monstrosity of
By its broken beak.
it is whimpering in pain as I'm assuming you're dragging it behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you casually have one of your hands down, grabbing this thing by the busted beak, and it is whimpering and complaining, and it's like looking around for like a sympathetic eye, but everyone's very like, that's General LaFay, right? Like he knows what he's doing. We'll just. I'm not going to get involved in this. Of course, I'm not going to get involved with this. Should we call somebody? Are you going to call somebody? Well, no, but should we?
Adam will turn and very like calmly go, "We are who you would call. We are here."
Okay. Yeah. It's just very slowly that you look over the barmaid. She to the owner. The drinks are pouring. She mouths to thank you. Things are moving again. Things are fine. Things are okay. And in this moment, we are going to go ahead. You get Kosh set back up. You make sure that no damage was done to him. And about a month and a half are going to pass for us real quick as we get ourselves ready for the Samhain Ball, the event of to some people, the biggest party of the year. This is the party that kind of has the least amount of rules. Turnanog is known for wild debauchery and quite the event. It is as close to a punk rave as one gets in this time period.
I love a good rave.
Hosted, as always, by Kachi, the king of cats, who has a habit of showing up at any and every form, changing them as one does their order of drinks throughout the night. So for the next month and a half, what does everyone kind of do? And we'll go with Adam last, because I think Adam has, in some ways, the most straightforward and in some ways the hardest choice to make. Or choices to make.
I think Coraline is staying out of her father's way. She will have made a point of checking in at Emberton House and other local charities to sort of find a trail of what Adam's been up to.
That's rude. That
Um,
seems rude and uncalled for. I don't know that you need to do that.
because
Roll
however
me
she
an
wants to.
etiquette roll.
Okay, that is a 3.
It takes you probably almost the entire time, but you very slowly put together this collage of a man who supposedly who lives a life of leisure, spends a whole hell of a lot of time helping the misfortunate. You know, he works under pseudonyms a lot of the time. He works in a lot of background ways and background places that don't get a lot of forefront information. There are a number of men's shelters, women's shelters, all different kinds of shelters of all kind. He helps not just with the food, but he has cut people's hair. He has worked with individuals on mastering their letters. He has done many, many things for many, many people. Yeah, he seems to be almost every day of the week is done at one charity or another. You can see a very rough kind of cyclical repeating the deeper you dig of him doing a vast amount of charity work for individuals and in such a way as to take as little credit as possible.
And the timing lines up with all the times he should be out being lecherous.
Not all of the time, because you also
but some of it.
but quite a amount. What you also realize when you're doing this though is when you're comparing notes, because a lot of the women of whom he does spend his time with, as they are widows, also spend a lot of their own time with these charities. You put together that as quote unquote lecherous as he is, there are no married women. These are all women who've already birthed children, who've already secured the lines of who've already secured lines of parentage.
Mm.
There's never an instance of himself forcing himself on a woman. There's never an instance of him overly pursuing an individual to a point of them being uncomfortable.
Okay.
You see that you are able to kind of start seeing the cracks of the outward persona.
Mm-hmm.
But it takes you almost that entire amount of time to kind of find all of the pieces to put them together.
Okay. We have our full picture now.
Perfect.
You can't
And
prove that.
we're going to go ahead now and go to Jax LaFay.
There's been heavy investigation on my part.
Okay.
Within the confines of, not confines, but making sure I don't do anything disrespectful to the family or during this time. Still investigating if I can, probably that same night I would have gone back and tried to trace whatever magic that wasn't Shmuel's that was involved, and then essentially the entire time has been dedicated to figuring out who was there and what happened that night.
So, will you ever forget the scent of Isabeau's magic?
I don't think I ever forget the scent of Isabel. Yeah. So yeah, yeah.
Especially as you go back in there and within the process of everything getting cleaned up and prepared for the funeral, all of the doors being washed, all of the windows being opened, the entire house being aired out before being sealed again as it's supposed to be done, you are able to catch scents, not just of Isabel's perfume, or it is this mix of where her magic and her powers came from. There are twists and touches of it through the night. As you kind of make your way through, it is you but not you. It is Isabeau but not Isabeau. It is as these magics kind of coalesce and twine together as you step through it, you see kind of how Ellis was able to use their own experience to create an after action of what happened here. You're through your own experience, you will do something very similar. And a lot of the movements that you can tell on the parts of the Harlequins, some of the steps are almost verbatim Isabeau's motions for deflection, for dodging.
And then when I figured that out, it's a long time in kind of solitude. I talk to the team and everything,
Mhm.
but it is very much most of the time I'm at home alone, not drinking, but in deep thought. But
You do have one visitor during that time period. And it is a it is a couple of people, more single. Couple is as a strong word. It is um, it is the prince slash princess, depending upon the day, Morgan, and their husband Hatham Douglas, who is going to be the next Marquis of Queensberry. You are in the middle of one of your brooding, self reflection, whatever you wish to call it, when there is a knock on your door, and you see that it is Morgan and, yeah, Hatham. Yeah, it's Morgan and Hatham.
Morgan, hey, it's good to see you.
Maybe come in.
Sure, make yourself home. Sorry about the place. It's a mess. I haven't cleaned it in about 20 years.
From my understanding, you're rarely here. Morgan says as they kind of walk in, you see that they carry with them the armaments that last you saw were used by Alice.
You came in that.
Well, my brother has the throne in hand, as things were, and you see that she has that armament, but she also has the wolf morpher from her father. So she seems to have multiple lineages to pull from on this. Hatham having their own morpher as well, as they kind of well, you know what they say. It's a never want to be quite be too underpowered given the circumstances.
Fair enough. With all the dealings going on in the city, it seems like having more power is just a
Yeah.
precaution these days.
Well, you know, we all love we all love Redden, and he'll be a good king. He will be a good king. Violence isn't his path, though. That's not his way. He'd rather deal with words, and in my opinion, a good king, especially a modern good king, should and leave others to bloody their hands if need be.
Forgive my rudeness. Would you like a drink? All I really got in here is alcohol. Some water, too, if you like that.
Jacques Lefay, you know I'm Scottish. I will never turn you down for one of your whiskies.
Good on you. I'm going to pour a drink. Morgan?
No, I'd rather keep a fire head in this moment. We know that we can't show outward support for you, especially with you having made your announcement for being the knight of this current group. We can't endorse you. Your own oaths and the threat to prevent that from happening, but not you as the knight, but you as our family, you as our uncle. We want you to know that how much Shmuel is missed as well. We've already spoken to Adam. He's already renewed his oaths, the family's oaths. but we wanted to reach out to you because he was, in many ways, the last one. We wanted you to know that you are not alone.
Last one what? They hand a drink over.
You know, you can be a stubborn ass when you want to be. Hatham takes the drink, takes a sip of it, puts it down.
Learned from a Earth person recently that I could be a bit more stubborn.
God's goddesses in heavens above, protect us from fools like that. Hatham just chuckles as he takes a sip. Morgan kind of reaching over and kind of taking your hand and not letting go. You still have people who care about you, Jax LaFay. And we will support you. And she looks around. We know you don't want staff, but can we at least have someone come over and help you put this house back in order? It is atrocious, Uncle.
All right, sure. Just don't throw away anything.
Of course, thank the gods. Okay, yes, we will have some people come and help get you organized back on your feet. They won't throw anything away. And I think Jax LaFay. So we also came with news. You cannot tell anybody yet. We have an announcement. We haven't announced it.
Lips sealed.
Fatma is pregnant.
Really?
Ridden's going to have a child, which will be the next heir. The line is secured. Redden's also been publicly denouncing certain actions. You know that Redden's always been trying to, through Fatma, weed out those nobles who don't properly do their duty. But he's starting to put his own name on things now, knowing that with everything going on, the royal family needs to be seen doing more and claiming more of the good that they have been doing. No more doing it from the shadows for the good of the kingdom. It's not for vanity. It's for knowledge that these lords know that they cannot keep doing as they have been. And Redden wanted you to know that it was your action and your coming out that has emboldened him to do this.
Well, that is ultimately good to hear. Wish it hadn't been because of such a thing, but beggars can't be choosers, as they say.
That's what we hear they say.
Give him my congratulations. I won't stop by out of concern for if any issue is surrounding who I am as of now at this moment. But
hopefully this all gets resolved soon enough, and once that happens, you can be back around again and return to being a regular member of the family again.
Give Fatima and Redden my congratulations and a hug from me.
And Morgan's pauses. My mother's planning on trying to be here for her jubilee. It would mean the world to us even if you're not there to attend to see her, that you attend. It'll make us feel much more secure in her safety if you do so.
She's coming from a aisle.
She's coming back down from the aisle. It's her diamond jubilee. She needs to be here for it, she says, and she knows it'll probably be the last time the kingdom as a whole sees her.
It has been quite a while since I've seen Her Majesty.
Oh.
I remember when she was about knee-high to a grasshopper. That one.
You regale in a couple of stories as we pull back. Ellis, what are you up to?
Ellis, as always, has continued making rounds, talking to the people of the kingdom, learning what's needed and where people need help. Also taking time to check in with each member, Lady Emberton, Sir LaFay, and since the day, no longer referring to Adam as my dear host, but now just referring to him as Sir Levy.
At some point, someone does try to correct you into Count Levy, but I'm assuming that, I'm assuming that Adam is very quick to
Absolutely.
quash that one as quickly as he can.
No, this is my friend, and they will refer to me as such. Thank you so much.
Be gone.
However, in between all of these visits, Ellis is also now spending a little bit more time with someone unseen, the same entity that allowed Ellis to sort of pull back time during the Hydra incident, forming a stronger bond with that particular entity, learning more from them and gaining a stronger connection.
So, and I think especially within that, I think slowly at first, but then with more frequency, this entity is encouraging you to act when you see injustice, not just observe it. Never to the point of crossing over propriety, never to a point of violence, but to the edge of violence. It is not just your job. You are not just an observer. You are a judge. You have obligation to, when you see these things, to act, to correct them. And there's some interesting things that happen because of this. You get a little bit more understanding of how their judicial system works. Finding and talking through with that patrol officer who showed you the architecture. You speak a little bit more with them. They refer you over to someone they know who is a justice of the peace, as well as someone who they know who acts as a I forget what the English use for lawyer, barrister. They introduce you to a barrister who also that you learn that it is as complex in a very different way as your own law codes are. It is not that they have an overly complex or that your law code isn't anywhere less complex. The focus is on different things. Assets are a much larger part of the law here than they would be back on the islands. But there are less laws that move around propriety and correct action for the group. There are things within these laws that seem very unjust. The laws here are not designed to protect everybody equally. You do see that this idea of there being high and low justice, lords on their own lands, can work almost as if a judge and jury in their own right is being removed and is in the process of being removed. It's actually one of the big things that a lot of lords are kind of rallying against is this removal of low justice, where individuals on their lands could come to them with problems, and it's being replaced by the courts of the kingdom putting up and setting in these own facilities. It's a very odd thing to you reading through these laws and learning them. And I think there is one point, and it is a time when you see. I'm gonna let you see what is the crime by the letter of English law that Ellis observes, that Ellis just kind of lets happen because, to Ellis's own morality and understanding of what correct law would be in their opinion in this instance, allows to happen.
In the moment, I suppose, Ellis may have observed, harkening back to one of their first forays out into the kingdom. There's a plea for a certain lord who owns a certain facility where the workers are living in squalor and unable to afford for themselves. And as they approach his manor, trying to address him directly for more aid and more money or food or what have you, he essentially sticks a guard on them because they are intruding on his private property. By the letter of this law, it is within his right to do so. However, to Ellis's own ideals and morals, the lack of care for your own people is something that should have been punished.
Go ahead and you could write this injustice. You could feel you feel this kind of that vibration of the mo'o in you, and you see the guard kind of walking out, truncheon in his hand. These people have not done anything aggressive. They have not been violent. They are simply trying to approach this manor to have their pleas be heard. And it's not just one guard. You see that there are other guards forming up behind him. They have these metal rimmed shields and they're banging some truncheons against them. One person's in front goes ahead and raises their blackjack high up into the air. Are you going to let this injustice stand?
Without hesitation, Alice steps in and stops the confrontation. Good people, I am sorry, but you must leave the premises. By the law of this land, you are not allowed to remain on this private property. But I assure you, your pleas will be heard. And there's a shift of this kind and, caring Ellis to a sudden cold feeling. I'll make sure that your pleas are heard.
And I think that you also doing this in a moment, the rest of them see, for just not just the house, they see the guards and they kind of back off. One of the individuals stopping just for a moment. As you see the guards are still closing in, like they're about to give chase to these people. Thank you, sir. As they run away. And you see that these guards are about to give chase.
I stand in their way. By your laws, you have no reason to chase them. They are no longer on private property.
Yeah, but they've been causing all over to stink.
That is not your jurisdiction.
They looks, because again, if I remember, Ellis is not a supremely tall individual, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking down at Ellis a little. And I don't believe that interfering with this is yours as well, foreigner. Do yourself a favor. You're a bit outnumbered. I suggest you go take a walk and do some arithmetic in your head about. We have some. Just a recommendation.
Very well. Tell your lord that he should keep better care of his people. And I walk off for the time being.
And you feel that kind of bubbling inside of you again. Is that all we could have done, or could we have done more? Could we have righted an injustice instead of preventing one?
And I let that thought fester until nightfall.
And I think with the falling of night, we're going to pick up with Ellis's actions, go over Adam's actions over the past month and a half, and then we have a ball to get to, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
So, right around the horn again we go. Great job today, everybody.
Cool.
We'll go ahead and start our popcorn off with X this time.
Well, it's a me, Extelrio.
Yeah.
Nope, Didn't work out. Didn't work out the way I thought it was gonna in my head. Anyway, hello everybody. I'm XDell. You can find me at Extra the King on all the socials. I am also the social media manager here at Tales from the Table Studios. What's happening with me? Well, guess what? A lot. There's a lot happening with me. Like all of next week. So I'm gonna run through stuff, and you just gotta follow along.
I believe in you. I believe in you. You got this.
Ready? So tomorrow on Don't Kill My Character, we're doing Pride of Monsters. It's gonna be a good time. We're picking up with Zargos and the crew at the club, and we're gonna see what happens. I don't know if they're still in the 20s or 30s. I forget when, but it's gonna be a wild time. That's for sure. The Sky God and and the rest of the gang, because the Sky God's the only one that's important, right? Anyway, just kidding. They're all great. Next,
I'll
we have.
remind you that you said that on Sunday.
Listen, hold on. Speaking of Sunday, on Sunday there's Subject Skies. It's great. We're coming back, sitting in the GM seat for Subject Skies with the wonderful players, which includes Lion here for Fabula Ultima story. The sky is ripped apart, and they got to deal with it. And they're in the sky right now, floating islands, and surely nothing's bad gonna happen. Like it's gonna fall out of the sky. Anyway, don't worry about it. And then
How much tragedy can I suffer in 1 week?
and then on Monday, I believe at 11 a.m. Eastern, Lion and I are going to be playing through Baldur's Gate 3. We're starting to play through here on the channel. It's going to be great. Sunday Skies is also here on the channel. Let's see what else is happening. You can catch me on Tuesday for the back in time, not forward in time, back in time table for this game where I'm playing the younger Jacks. Who's been through a lot.
Who's also having a bad time.
But follow me here. What I'm hearing is season 2. We need a third table set 80 years further in the future
than this. Correct. We'll have the next one's going to be taking place in the 1930s. It's going to be a great time.
Jacks is going to be like 150 or whatever. Anyway,
looking like a real dapper
50. Yeah, I don't know how long he's gonna live. That I just I feel like he doesn't know.
Like season 5, we're in the future now.
Jack's is still alive.
It's 2135. Yeah, and I'm good. Don't look a day over 85. Anyway, boom, Tuesday. That's this. I said that already. And then, am I missing something? No, okay, no. And then Wednesday, I'm back for superhero shenanigans. It's gonna be a good time. I'm done killing my character. Back as Leo, who's gonna have to deal with some stuff that happened at the last session. You'll have to watch and find that out. See what happened there. And then I'm back on the 6th, also in Don't Kill My Character with Sanguine Scourge Camarilla Coterie. I'm back as Cameron, who's gonna do some fun stuff with flesh crafting. Don't worry about it. And then on Friday, it's every day, I promise. And then on Friday, we have a good time with Sanguine Scourge and our coterie, which I'm storytelling for, and they're gonna finish off their battle against the Elder Gerard, who's been using all of their information as the coterie as people from their lives before and now against it. We'll see how well it fight. Yes, it is the finale. It's the finale of both tables. Yeah, and so you'll have to come by and check out, because will they survive this battle against this elder? Will this elder survive? Will the elder use all these innocent college kids for as like shields? Probably. Come on by and you'll see. Anyway, that is my week coming up. That was a lot. I got something every day. It's happening. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I'm gonna get sleep. Anyway, start playing. I'm also there, which I'm also having that Saturday, but you don't need to know about that because that's a private game technically. But but yeah, that's gonna happen. Start playing. I got a werewolf game and a vampire game for you to join. Alternating Sundays and alternating. What did I do? Was it? Both alternating Sundays, both werewolf game and the vampire game, so that's fun. So yeah, Just come on by. It's a good time. Anyway, back over to one of y'all. I'm picking Kim.
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Devin Kim. I'm like all the other nerds you follow, but I still haven't played Digimon Time Stranger yet. I
That's okay, neither have I.
you can, you can find me at Apochromatic Unlimited. I'm behind the scenes most of the time. I do some of the character art over there, and obviously, if you would like to, and I would love you to, come back here the week after next so that you can see what happens. Back to, or not back to, throwing it over to Kay.
Hi, I'm Kay. I played Coraline Emerton. It was a lot of fun. You can't find me anywhere. I don't exist.
Surprise.
And
Shock and awe.
you are our favorite hallucination, okay, as always. As for me, you can find me everywhere on the internet at empathic_grim. I was unfortunately sick as a dog the last couple of weeks, but it's better now. So we should be looking at, hopefully next Wednesday, you should be able to see a live stream over on Corrosive Squid, on twitch.tv/Corrosive Squid, for a Kokiri Run, which is a Legend of Zelda designed horror game that one of my usual Wednesday plays has created.
Whoa.
And then going forward from there on alternating Wednesdays, you will be able to follow a Verdant Odyssey, which is our Wild Seas game, which will start being live streamed and set up as for our first season as a VOD, which our first season is about 20 episodes, all of which are about 3 hours. So we have quite a bit of back content about to hit, being drip fed over time because we don't want to piss off the algorithm too much. Unfortunately, you have to play the game. So we will be going that forward for there, and going forward for there, we'll be doing that as well as possibly a game series designed in a game world and system of my own called Nightingale, which you can find the beta of on my itch.io page. It is a paid one, unfortunately. I do highly recommend it. If you message me, I do also have some community copies still. You never know. If you give me a call, see if you like it. Why not? Meh. And then we'll be getting that up and running also probably at some point later this year, before the new year, hopefully. And I have a couple of other things that are currently in the works that I cannot talk about yet, but hopefully I have some new projects, including another one that might include Sentai and Sensibility again. We'll see. So we will go ahead and pass it over to the boss. So yeah, Lion, you're up.
Hey, y'all, it's Strike Lionheart. Most people call me Lion. Here I am once again in my comfort spot, going last. It's really exciting. What am I getting up to? Well, you're going to see me on Sunday, back here as a player for Sundered Skies, which is a great game with an amazing Tailslinger and a wonderful cast. And we have some fantastic art made by the otherwise non-existent Miss Moon. It's been a great time so far. Clearly nothing will go wrong this week because I'm sure my characters have had all the trauma they need, and it's going to be difficult enough because my poor sweet lion boy has a conversation to have with the group about some stuff that maybe he wasn't completely straightforward about before now. But it's going to be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. After that, like X said, you'll be able to see me here with X on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. When we get into Baldur's Gate 3, it's going to be a great time. We have not discussed what we're going to do for our party comp yet, but I guarantee you we're both going to talk ourselves into some kind of warlock because that's the vibe. It's going to be a great time. I'm very excited for it. We're going to have a lot of fun. After that, you'll see me Tuesday. I have things almost every day this week, but they're not all things I can talk about. But you'll see me Tuesday at 11 a.m. again here for another Cozy Co-working stream. We're going to hang out. I call it Cozy Co-working. I, to this moment, have gotten almost nothing done on any of these streams, but I get to talk to y'all, and I absolutely love that. So come hang out. I usually stick around for like 2-3 hours, so feel free. Hang out. We did one today, and we talked about X-Men a bunch, and we talked about What else? We talked about a bunch of stuff, and we talked about a couple of different games. It was a good time. It was a really good time. So you should come check it out. Say hi. We can talk about Kids Next Door. That was the thing that came up. We can talk about TTRPGs. We can talk about pretty much anything you want. I'm here for it. Then on Wednesday, you'll find me over at Live from the Apocalypse, where I'm going to be in Neon, a cyberpunk magical girl by moonlight game where I play an absolute soggy, sad boy who everyone thinks is dead but really isn't, and it's a great time. Another fantastic cast. Everyone thinks I'm dead, doesn't know who I am under the mask, and boy, I'm sure it's going to be fine. Also, I'm almost guaranteed to eclipse in this episode, which is episode 2. Just a thing to keep in mind. So we're doing great. We're doing absolutely great. After that, I think that's it, actually, that you'll see me for until Friday, when I'll be back with another Cozy Co-working stream, because we're doing those twice a week now. I had so much fun hanging out and chatting that this is just kind of what we're going to do. So we're going to make sure we have hours. That way we can get everyone in and hang out and chat about pretty much whatever. At least until y'all give me a topic that I just go off on. Because there are certain things that if you bring up, I will talk about for probably most of that stream. So do it. Do the thing. If you really want me to go off, bring up something like wrestling. I won't shut up. It'll be great. And then also Friday at 9 p.m. over on our Discord server, which you can get to using the link down in our About section here or on any of our socials, we're having movie night. We're going to be watching Repo, the Genetic Opera, a goth rock opera that is one of my favorite things of all time. Such a great piece of media.
I hear that Zydrate comes in a little glass vial.
A little glass vial?
A little glass vial.
A little glass vial goes
into
like
the
a
gun,
battery,
like a
battery.
So, we're very excited. It's going to be a great time. Come hang out, watch it with us. If you've seen it, come enjoy it. If you haven't seen it, come enjoy the insanity. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. There's a little bit of gore, so be aware that that is a thing, but the music is peak. That's it for me for this week. But if you want to keep up with the cool stuff that we're doing here, you can do so, again, over on our Discord or on all our socials. The Discord's a great way to keep up to date because it's also where we post all of the things that we're going to be doing. It's where our announcements go first. It's where we go for casting calls. And when we're looking for people like you to come run games here with us, that's the first place we put up our pitch sheets. So it's a good thing to check out. But you can also check us out on socials at TFT or Tales from the Table Studios. Pretty much everywhere that exists, except for the Hellscape, which we don't do anymore because why would anyone want to be associated with Nazis? You know, crazy thought, bad pitch, whatever. But you can find us on all those things, and it's great, and we're really excited. I'm going to be at PAX this year. Come see me. Say hi. Let's play some games together. I'll be running for Games on Demand almost all of Friday and half of Saturday. So if you want to come play One Night at Ollie's, which is a Kids on Bikes, 5 Nights at Freddy's Kids on Bikes inspired game, it's great. If you want to play Worldwide Wrestling RPG, which is, in my opinion, the greatest game ever created and the best use of the Powered by the Apocalypse system, come do that. I want to run that for you. If you want to play some Magic, we can play some Magic too. I'll be bringing some Commander stuff so we can do that. Anything that you would, just let's hang out. I'm here for it. Okay, I think that's everything I have to go over and everything that I need to get through. I think we've done all of that. So, oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. One last thing. You can find me on all socials at It's Drake Lionheart. I forget that because really the studio. But you can find me everywhere online at It's Drake Lionheart. That's a thing I guess you can do if you really want to follow me, but whatever. I will say that you should keep your eyes posted on socials because in the next couple of weeks you might start noticing an interesting pattern and you might be one of the first people to figure out what it is that we have brewing here. It's going to be a great time. So until next time. Well, we're going to disappear in a minute. And when we do, you should stick around because we're going to go raid Smoking Glue Guns, who are doing a Daggerheart one-shot Heroes and Horrors. It's a great time. Seems like a great cast. People we really like on there. So we're going to send y'all over to there. But before we do, until next time, remember, eat enough food, drink enough water, do the things you got to do even when they're hard. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Make space for community because community is so important, especially now. And that's not going to be changing anytime soon. And always remember to tell your tales. Love y'all so much, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.